Hello everyone, and welcome back to Arcadia. We're going to do something a bit different today. We're going to do a full build video, and this is the area where I'm building today. And I think the first thing we're going to do is clear the trees out while I explain what we're doing. So today we're going to build something on Humble's horse track he has going around his very large home, the large mountain in the lake. And he asked people to go around and build whatever they wanted, kind of fill in the horse track. You can see next to us that there is a line of pink wool. That is where the trail is actually going to go. So I kind of claimed this whole general area. I've already cleared my idea with Humble. He's very okay with it. He loved the idea. But right now I just got to kind of clean it up. This is also a good opportunity for me to test out a new mouse I got, which is nice, but it's different. I got a little bit better mouse. This one shouldn't break anytime soon, but it's a bit different. I'm also really not sure how much I really need cleared here. So my plan is to just clear out the trees and build. And then when I figure out where everything is, then I'll just plant the trees again. Yeah, I think this should be good. Maybe we'll get rid of this one too. There we go. And I also need to get rid of this. Let's fly up and see what it looks like. Yeah, this will work. So we're gonna do something different with this build. I'm going to give myself a bit of a challenge. I have 3 shulker boxes in front of me, and this is all I allowed myself to come here with. So this is the stuff that we're going to build with. As you can see, it's a nice variety of things. And then whatever we get from clearing this area out. And you might have saw we have some fireworks in here. Let's go ahead and test one. See that? Yeah. We're going to make a hot springs geyser. And that's going to be my contribution to this trail. So let's jump into FreeCam real quick. And I can kind of work through what I'm thinking here. And poof. With the magic of editing, we are in Paint. So I'm going to actually explain to you what we're doing. So we're on a layer 2. We're going to call this one water. If I can spell. There we go. Water. This down here, this is going to be the water level. In, this generalish area. This is a very bad example. But you get the point. Water. So where is this water going to come from? Well, we could have it here, which some of it is going to come from here. But then I saw this little cave over here, and I thought, it'd be really cool to have a nice little waterfall, maybe cascading down into here. And maybe we can have it come, and it'll kind of branch down by this point. So maybe we can get a different color here and say, this is the waterfall. And then we get, some swirly stuff down here, waterfall. So in the center, somewhere around here, this is going to be the geyser. And the geyser is going to shoot fireworks up. And they're going to explode. Firework noises. Like that. And then we're going to have it on a timer. And I think the timer is going to be somewhere around... I'll probably hide it back here. So back here, we're going to have this box. And this box is going to be a daylight sensor. And it is going to detect the sun when it's about high noon. Oh, that's not high noon. That's high noon. So at high noon, it's going to detect the sun. It's going to send a redstone pulse over here to our geyser, which is going to have dispensers in it. And it's going to shoot up fireworks, and they're going to look like a geyser going off. That is the best way I could figure out how to make this geyser work. And I think it'll work. It'll look nice. And then, you know, we're also going to add some other stuff in here. Like I want to add some stuff around the edges, like over here, maybe add some cattails, maybe some over here. And we'll add some vegetation, you know, around this area, maybe up in here, maybe not up there, but up in here. And then over here, we'll have like some rocks and they'll kind of go down like this. Should probably do it in our water so we can go behind it. Yes, we'll do that. So we'll have some rocks back here. I'm also gonna have some big rocks over here to hide the daylight sensor. So I'll have some bigger rocks over here, different variations of colors. And maybe have rock outcropping up here too. I think we need to flow the water. The water is flowing. Whoosh. But yeah, you get the idea. This is what we're making. We're making a geyser. All right, back to Minecraft. Okay, we are back in the world. I have slept. Everything is good. So I think the first thing we're going to do is actually set up the redstone. So we're going to need a dispenser, probably a bunch of redstone dust, maybe some observers. I don't know. We're just going to grab stuff and see how it goes. I don't think we need a piston. We just really needed to get a signal over. And that's about it. And we will grab some building blocks, which I don't have any. So this might be the first redstone build I've ever used wood platforms with. But you know what? We got to work with what we got. Okay, so this is where the water level's going. So I think this level is where we'll put this. And we are going to have to go down a little bit. I understand that. But I just kind of want to figure out where the middle is. This is why we brought scaffolding. Which I need to get. That's a tree. I got a new mouse and I'm still working out the details with it. I think this is about center. Right here. Yeah. Right there. Uh-oh. No. Well, how about we don't do that? Yeah, I bet you guys won't do that again. Well, no, this works. And we'll just build a little platform down here, because the water's probably going to go down to about here-ish. Yeah, this should be fine. Let's go and grab a firework. Let's see. We're going to grab the smallest one and see how far up it goes. Because I have a different variety of fireworks in here. I have 1, 2s, and 3s. Let's grab a 1. The goal is we wanted to get at least past here. So if it's here... Yeah, it's not bad. It's maybe a little low. Maybe we'll put it there. And we just won't put the water too deep, at least on this side. I think we can do that. We don't need this right now. And the next thing we're going to want is maybe just to build a little platform here. And we're going to want somewhere for the redstone to go. And I want it to go over there. So I think what we'll do is we'll just build a little trail to here. And then I can just kind of carve this out this way. Probably want to get some light down here so we're not having problems. Eat some sniffer steak. Now I'm going to jump into Cheaty Free Cam and go up and see where we are. Okay, we want to go at least, what are we thinking? 2 more? 2 more. There we go. That should be fine. And then we need to send the redstone signal up there. And I think we can just use some scaffolding to get up there. And we should be there. Awesome. Let's see. We have good direct sunlight. Wonderful. Okay. Well, we can't have this. We don't want none of that. I went a little too far. Okay. So this is in play. So we'll have to build a redstone tower up. Now, I am just kind of winging this. I don't really have a plan. I didn't test any of this out. It probably would have been smart to do that, but you know, we don't do that stuff here. We just wing it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so I finally figured out the redstone. I had to take a minute to just kind of process it. It really helped. I put F3 on, and the power level up there was consistently too high. So I put it down here. As you can see, I just put a glass pane up there. So now we're getting the proper power level. So when this hits power level 15, it will send one rocket up, and that is it. So I think for now, while we wait for that one single rocket to go off, we're gonna do the floor of the hot spring. We're gonna grab our material and figure out what we're doing. Because even I don't know what we're doing. This is all just a wing it. Now I do know I want some prismarine on the bottom. And I'm also going to want probably some packed mud. I probably should have brought regular mud, but I didn't bring it. So we're not using it. And then I am going to bring some soul sand because I want some bubbles going up. And we'll bring some tuff, some cobble, and I want some of these corals. I brought a bunch of these dead corals. And I think I might have brought gravel. I did not bring gravel. Oh, we're not using gravel then. That's fine. Yeah, so we want the water level to start here at this level, which is 82. So I think what we're going to do is just branch out from this up 1. I think what we'll do, since this is around... Ow. Well, we know it works. So that's a plus. Since we know we want this. Oh, would you stop? Stand by. We're going to do a quick cave light up and get rid of all of this garbage. So it's not bothering us. There we go. Problem dealt with. We want this to be the bottom level. So I'm thinking we will just do something like this. I think I'm going to use this prismarine for around the edge of it. Maybe we can have it kind of zigzag up. Maybe something like that. And then we can kind of just fill the rest of this in with some of this random dead coral that we have. Let's move some other stuff out of here. There we go. Something like this. I think we're going to leave the majority of the bottom of this dead coral. And maybe if we can sprinkle a few of these prismarine here and there. Maybe like one there. One here. And maybe another one there. Maybe a line here. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. That's kind of what I'm going for. I want that real, like, dead look to it. And we'll just kind of fill the rest of this in real quick. Alright, let's see how this looks. Yeah, something like that. That's kind of what I'm going for. Now we got to do it around the edges. So we're going to want some kind of trim. And I'm thinking we're going to do probably a bit of mossy cobble and tough. Those were the two things I was kind of thinking about for the side. And maybe moss. We'll take some moss. We might want it. You never know. I think what we're going to do is just kind of remove some of these blocks here. We want to keep the general shape of this for what it was. I'm not really looking to change the shape. I'm just looking to change the blocks out to something different. So I think we're basically just going to run a ring around besides over here. There we go. Now, I do have something interesting we could try. I do have a mod called Tweakaroo. And I think there is a hotbar slot randomizer. So we are going to set this to some kind of hotkey. Okay, so this should randomize our first 3. Maybe we want 4. Let's do 4. That way we can add cobble. There we go. Now, if we go place blocks, this should randomize whatever we place. Yes, it does work. Oh, this is nice. Okay. This is a nice change. Look at that. Just like that, we got a nice little circle of random blocks. Look at that. Now we can add some extra ones back here where we kind of remove some stuff. Maybe we can change this up a bit because we do want... The water is going to come down. And I think what we're going to do for the water is we're going to let it run its natural path. Let's say the water's coming here. Let's see where it's going to go. That is exactly where I figured it was going to go. Right there. I think what we might do is maybe we'll help it along here. So if we pick this up, it should make a bit of a different path. Okay, water's all picked up. Let's see if it chooses the same path or if we're going to get a little bit wider. No, we're getting pretty much the same. We can widen this area out, I think, ourselves then. Now we have a general area. I think we'll do at least 3 going down. We'll do something kind of like this. Okay, so here's the game plan. We are going to let the water do its thing. And I'll probably go grab the extra bucket. And we're going to help extend it just a little bit. And we want to kind of see where the water's going to flow. I guess that's the path it wants to take. There we go. Okay, we'll let it take its path. All we're going to do is we are going to do the same thing we did. I think we're going to remove the tuff and replace it with some stone. And remove the moss with andesite. And now we're going to do the same thing we just did. Is we are going to place some stuff along the edge and kind of make a border around the water. So we know roughly where the water's going. And then we can replace the other blocks. And kind of do this as we go. All right, now we're getting somewhere. I think from this point, what we're going to do is remove the water. that we have. That way we can dig out the rest of this and kind of work on it a bit and make it look a little bit nicer than it actually is. And I'm going to want to grab, I think we're going to grab some slabs. I'm going to grab about 14 of each, maybe 16. Now I do have soul sand on me and I would like to remove it from my inventory to make some room. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to find a few spots around here where we can plop it down. Like in here, there, there, there. There we go. I'm not sure if I can actually put one on top of this, but I guess we could try. That would be pretty cool if I could. Also, we do want some other stuff under here as well. I heard it shoot off, but I don't think it went through. That is unfortunate. So we do want some stuff down there, which we can plop here. I want some campfires. And we can just kind of plop these. I think I'm going to put them right under here. Now, we should get some smoke through. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to plop them right under all the bubbles. And the one thing I could have brought, but I didn't, would be hay bales. Hay bales will make the smoke go a bit higher. But, you know, I didn't bring any. So we're not using them. Let's check and make sure that's everything. I think it is. Which means we can grab our rockets and get out of here. Yeah, perfect. We got a little bit of smoke coming through. That's nice. All right, looks like our water has dissipated, which means we can go ahead and kind of carve this back a bit. I'm thinking anywhere in here where we got exposed grass, we are going to remove and put something else. Fill a couple of these holes in here real quick. And then we're also going to do all the walls. And I think anywhere we do a top block, we're going to do half slabs. Then I can come back in a minute and replace the dirt behind it. That'll give some nice variation in height. It looks like I'm gonna have to go get a couple more. And I think for these under blocks that are under the slabs, we're gonna do probably tough and mossy cobble. I think that's all we're gonna do. And we're just gonna remove any of the dirt that we see. And what this is gonna do is this is gonna give us a different kind of variation between the heights and between what's on top and what's on the bottom. It'll look like it has sediment, like different layers of stones and debris. The typical little things you'd find, you know, in a waterfall area. You know, we could even leave this little gap here. I thought about removing it, but we're going to leave it because it's interesting. I think for this, we are just going to kind of flatten this out in here. This area is not really going to be seen by the general public that's going to come in here. And yes, I do have some moss. I think maybe we'll put some moss around here. Oh, it seems to be working. Wonderful. And I did bring some bone meal, so I think I'm just going to bone meal some of this moss up here, and it will just kind of autofill. Remove some of these flowers up here. There we go. And frankly, we'll probably do that all the way down. We'll just add random pieces of moss. And then we can come back and bone meal some of it. It might take over some of this stone over here, but that's okay. We missed a spot. There we go. The Dancy block. Come on. There you go. Let's go remove some stuff from our inventory real quick. Yes, I did bring some bone meal. Let's go around and bone meal a little bit. See if we can extend the moss. I can step back and look at this. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for. We might want maybe a little bit more over there. Over here on the left side. Maybe a little bit more moss. Let's go down and see what it looks like. Yeah, that's a lot better. We got a little bit of work to do around here. And then I think we can start doing a little bit of decor and start getting some stuff down. I'm also thinking we'll moss this part. I almost wish I would have brought some glowberries. I think glowberries would have been really nice up here. I didn't bring any. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is just extend the moss down. We want this area to really pop with that green. And you got to think a hot spring's pretty warm. It's going to make all of this very lush. And that's what we're going for, is a very lush green area. Which is why we're going a little heavy on the moss in this area. But we also don't want to go too heavy. We'll probably come back and get rid of some of the azalea bushes. I'm thinking over here, we'll probably remove this outer layer along with these. And I think we'll add a little bit of stone over here, the different stone variants we brought. Which means we're going to want some cobble. What else we got? Andesite. Kind of break it up a bit, do something different. There we go. Got a couple little areas here we can do. And we are going to knock a good amount of these bushes down, I think. There's a little bit too many. All right. This is coming along pretty good now. I'm liking this. We got a couple dirt patches over here, but I think we're going to leave them. Just a little bit of variation. We don't want it all stone or all moss. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of empty the inventory a little bit. Try to clear out some space. And I think what we'll do is we're going to do a little bit of the half slabs. I'm just going to kind of randomly dot them around. Especially like over here. We want a little bit of height variation. I'm going to do the same thing in here too. We don't want a lot. I also don't have a lot. There we go. That should work. Now I do have something I want to try. I brought stained glass panes and I brought candles. It's kind of a weird combination of things. But I'm thinking about doing something like this. It might be too high. That's interesting. That might not work there. Maybe we could do that. There we go. Yeah, maybe have a couple closer to the geyser. Maybe a little smaller. There we go. And maybe we could even put a couple back here. I also brought a few other random things, like I brought some ferns I kind of wanted to place around. I don't have a lot, but I do have a few. And I'm thinking torch flowers. They kind of bring a nice pop of color, and I brought tons of them. I'm just going to kind of dot these around random places, kind of closer to the edge. Maybe we'll have a couple over here. How's that looking? Yeah, that's pretty nice. There's a nice pop of color around here. And I also brought, I don't know how well they'll fit in, but we're going to try. I brought some pink petals, which are just kind of nice to just lay around. Like you do like one here, maybe like 3 here. You kind of just dot them around. Especially up here. Like up here would be nice. How's that look? I'm gonna jump into free cam so I can get a higher up view. Yeah, that looks nice. Alright, I do have some other random flowers. So we're going to use our little randomizer and kind of lay them around. We got a mixture of stuff. We got some ferns. We got Lily of the Valleys, one of my favorite flowers. We got these azure bluettes. And the one I haven't seen at all since we started this randomness is the pitcher plant. I might just have to put a few of these around myself. I don't want to put too many pitcher plants, just a few. Might want to fill that hole in. I know there's a pathway going there, but... Alright, I think that's going to be all the flowers we're going to put on this. Any more and it's going to get a bit too cluttered. I am kind of wishing I might have brought 1 or 2 cherry blossom trees. But you know what? We're going to stick to what we wanted to do, and we are not going to go get anything else. Now, I do have a couple mini blocks, so I would like to do maybe a little bit of decor with those. I don't have a lot. All I have is some mini sand and mini gravel. But I'm thinking... We didn't even use sand. I wasn't sure if we were going to use it, but we didn't use it at all. So maybe I'll just use the gravel. You know, just kind of dot a few of these around the edge here. They'll be kind of like stones. Maybe we can put a few up the waterfall. Like maybe there. There we go. That's all I got. And I know this kind of ran into the path area, but I'm sure Humble will just plow right through it. It's fine. It's not a huge deal. All right. This is looking great. Okay. Actually, what did we put some of these in? Not there. Yeah. Yeah. I could even put maybe... I don't know if you can waterlog these. I'm not sure. You can waterlog them. Okay. In that case... Maybe we can put a couple around here. There we go. Yeah, that's cool. Now the next thing we have to worry about is light. As you can see, nothing is lit. We are going to have to light this. So I brought glow lichen, everyone's favorite light source. And we're just going to walk around and try to figure out where we can lay it without causing too much problem. Because we don't want mobs spawning over here. Okay, I think that's pretty lit. That should be enough. Now what we can do is we can start to fill in down here. All right, we got the little hot springs all full up. Now we got to go put the waterfall in. And there it goes. All the way down. Oh, that's interesting. It left a few little gaps here. We're gonna have to fill some of these in. All right, and just like that, we're done. This thing looks beautiful. I love this. We have 2 finishing touches we're gonna do for this. The first one is we're gonna build a little monument. So the road's gonna go here, this way, and I want people to be able to stop and enjoy this. And I'm thinking, where is it? There it is, the tough. Something where they can come and, you know, enjoy this. So they're going to be coming this way. And as they come here, they're really going to be seeing this. I don't want it to be in the way. So maybe we put it... thinking maybe here. Okay, so I didn't bring... I was going to bring a lectern in a book to put here. So you could read about this geyser that we made. But I'm going to have to go back and get it later. But I think for now, I'm going to shove in all of these. Because noon's fast approaching, and I want to watch this thing work. We're just going to sit here, and we're going to wait a minute, because I want to watch this thing work. I guess we'll wait here, because this is about where the trail will be. Hey, there it goes. Awesome. That was fun. So I have different variations in there. So some days it'll go at this one level here. Other times it'll go 2. Sometimes it'll go up to 3. It's going to be totally random. But, you know, that gives me an idea. I think I know what we're going to name this geyser. And I think we're going to use... we'll use light blue. There we go. High Noon Geyser. Well, thanks for joining me on another amazing episode. I hope you enjoyed this. It was a bit different. I'm trying some new stuff out. If you liked it, leave me a comment, put a thumbs up down there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.